She was fine until we started explaining the symptoms, like the night sweats, the fatigue, the night terrors, not eating food, the cut on my lip and top bleeding for an hour, everything, basically. Hi, I'm Ryan, and when I was 14 years old, I was diagnosed with AML. I woke up in the middle of the night, absolutely caked in sweat. And I remember thinking, like, it's summer holidays. So, like, we're in July now. It's late July. It's warm. The window was open. It was a warm night. There was a bit of breeze coming through the window. But, you know, as a 14-year-old boy, nothing to worry about. I've woken up sweaty. Like, we're all sweaty teenagers at some point in our life. And basically put it back in mind and just thought, let's just ignore that and pretend that nothing happened. And I didn't even think about it anymore, really, from there. And this persisted over a week or so. And then I was at my dad's house. He'd gone out for the day. I was sitting on the sofa. I went and got myself a drink of water from his kitchen, walking through to the kitchen. And I felt like I was walking on clouds. And it was the weirdest feeling I've ever had in my life. And it was like, I didn't feel stable walking around. I remember stopping and put my hand on the wall and just sort of taking a breath and being like, God, what was that? And this stuff just persisted, like, on and off, but it was sort of coming long enough for me to notice it, but then not staying long enough for me to do anything about it. So we got towards the end of some holidays, and we were on a camping trip. My parents, we did this bike ride, really cool, right through the woods and everything, and we got to sort of crossroads, and basically the decision was there, like, me and dad are going to go off and do a bit more, and usually be well up for it. Yeah, dad, let's go do some more miles, let's go explore a bit more where we are. And I remember just like breaking down into tears and being like, no, I don't want to. And I was like a 14-year-old on the side of the road, like crying, like really hysterically crying, like, I don't want to go further, I can't go further, I'm too tired. And that was weird. And I think mum was sort of thinking, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why usually you want to? Why are you so tired? And I was like, I don't know. That holiday came to a head. And then a week later, my leg felt tight as I went to get out of bed. And I'd have my classic night sweats, everything. It's becoming routine now. Went to get out of bed, sort of clambered down the steps from the top bunk, got onto the floor, went to walk. And then my leg felt weird. And I was like, that feels not right. It felt like a muscle injury as if I'd pulled it. Everything's sort of like in a big jumble, but coming together slowly in the sense that the night sweats happen, the fatigues happen, loss of appetite, not eating my food is coming out, is going down and down and down. My leg's getting worse. Got to the end of that week and I'm back to school. Got through my day, got back home, felt exhausted. Then said to mum, I need to go to the doctors because I think he's like something wrong with the leg and I need to get it checked out. So I went to doctors the next day, which was a Friday, and he had a look at the leg, told him basically what was going on as well. And he said, I think what you've probably done is probably sprained or strained a muscle, so we'll give a bit of ointment to take back. Sent us back home. It wasn't until sort of the Wednesday I came back from school, struggled all day, said to mum, I can't do it, I can't get around school, I'm just hobbling around, it's taken me so long to get from class to class, like, I need to do something. So she said, right, we'll book a doctor's appointment for tomorrow, we'll go back to doctors, we'll get it checked out, we'll just say, look, we want this to be dealt with now. Mum basically went in pretty determined, like, we're going to get something done here. She asked for an x-ray, and he said, okay, fine, I'll refer you for an x-ray. You can get an x-ray tomorrow. Had the x-ray and nothing really came up on it. So as we're hobbling out of x-ray, mum goes, we're going to A&E. She turned to me and said, we're going to go to A&E. Went to A&E, sat down, soon for 20 minutes, went to the triage room, sat down with the doctor, said everything that was wrong with me. She was fine until we started explaining the symptoms, like the night sweats, the fatigue, the night terrors, not eating food, the cut on my lip and top bleeding for an hour, everything basically. And then she sort of left the room, so back in a minute, came back, said, look, can you follow me please, crutch it through, and then got put into a room, and above the room said pediatric trauma. Now, I'm not a medical expert, but I've watched more than enough episodes of Casualty to understand that trauma's bad. Doctor comes through, does the classic, takes bloods and everything, and then goes back a couple of hours and they're done. This doctor comes back in, who's taking the bloods, and then behind her came another doctor. He said, what I can see from your blood so far is that you've got something called anemia, which means that your red blood cells are very low, which is why you're so pale and why you're so low on energy and why you have a naps as well. And that's not all we found. And then he sort of looked at me and said, and we think you've got leukemia as well. I was just staring at him and just thinking, I've got leukemia. And it was a proper punch in the stomach moment.